Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to our witnesses for being here. I was a former member of the South Carolina General Assembly just last year. And a few years ago, I worked with Shared Hope International and our Attorney General, Alan Wilson, to craft a human trafficking bill. And to Mr. Russo's point earlier about how you have to balance both the prosecution side while also being compassionate and taking care of victims, particularly minors, that was really the crux of the legislation that we did. We were considered that year to be the most improved state in the country in addressing human trafficking, but we've got a long way to go. Our Attorney General is doing a fantastic job. He actually recently spearheaded a letter with over 50, it was actually 54 attorneys general from all the states and territories about the threat of how artificial intelligence is being used to exploit children. Mr. Chairman, at this time, I seek unanimous consent to enter into the record Attorney General Wilson's letter and the letter from all the attorneys general.
Without objection.
Sadly, our children are constantly exploited through child sexual abuse material daily in our country. The U.S. is now the host. It's not a proud moment, but we host more child sexual abuse material than any other country in the world. Mr. Chairman, I'd also like unanimous consent to enter into the record a statement from our friend Congresswoman Ann Wagner, who's doing an incredible job on this space too, trying to update some of our laws.
Without objection.
Look, online platforms, by design maybe, are created, and kids spend an inordinate amount of time, 7 to 8 hours a day online. They get addicted to these apps. They're on their phones constantly. I think the mission here is to protect our kids from things that they see, things that happen online, the grooming that takes place. Earlier this year, I introduced the Targeting Child Predators Act to help in this effort. Would it surprise this body to know that if you are an internet service provider and you receive a subpoena, that you actually let the individual know that you're trying to subpoena, that law enforcement's looking at them? So we're trying to put a stop to that. This is just one avenue, I think, that we've talked about that would have a meaningful effect on this.